Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Kaiser Carmen and you're watching Carmen Farms. And well, first kind of catch you up on some things. We're currently September 11th and we can start drilling wheat anytime now. September 10th is the day, it's kind of the time afterwards we can start going. We are possibly going to start drilling some wheat tomorrow here on this field that we're working, and there's not a lot of moisture there. This is also, we're working everything that we've been chemfound. If you've been watching along all year, we've had half the acres that we've been spraying on. We finally got to the point that the chemical cost to try to kill everything that needed to die out here was just going to be a lot, and on top of that, the winds. Haven't been very favorable for spraying either, although everything around me is dead, so it's not like I have to worry about killing anything, but there's still, you know, parameters of which I really don't want to spray because well, I just don't want to spray that way. And so we just decided just to work it all, so we can kill the grass, maybe we just kill it all. We'll level the field. There's not much moisture here anyways. It's not really going to hurt us too much to go ahead and do this. Just a little time doing it. We went ahead and fertilized a little, very little, not very much. Most of our soils actually had plenty of fertilizer, and so we didn't really have to do too much there. Kind of hoping we get some rain to get stuff up, but well, we farmed all day yesterday. Went pretty good until I moved fields, and then hydraulic cylinder was leaking. And leaking oil up here. So we got some seals out. I don't know if you can tell by the trees blowing. It's pretty windy today. And didn't really want to do this out in the field. So took it off. We're gonna get it here. Go with that. See if we can't get that back up and going. Alright, well, I believe we found the culprit. Pretty certain that is not gonna hold, and it goes right inside that little groove down there, if you can see it. So it keeps the oil in, so yeah, don't mind the mess. It happens. I tipped it up, so I thought maybe most of the oil would stay in there, which still quite a bit is in there, but should have went more. Alright, well, now we're off to get some parts. Alright, let's see if she folds. I got a bit of oil. There we go. Filled her up with oil. Didn't leak any oil. Now the tractor's probably low on oil. I didn't lose much. Alright, we'll get to going. goes. Thought I'd finish spraying, but it's been a little up and down this morning. So anyways, so we finished farming, and we got about 280 acres left to farm. Well, I got a lot more than that, but of all the trim fallow that needs to get worked right away. But I checked down. I thought, you know, I'm gonna drill one of those fields real quick. Just gonna dust it in. So pulled up, started getting wheat out of the grain bin. Wheat looked good. I was like, yes, and ran it a little bit longer, and all this black stuff started coming out. That don't look very good, does it? No, it's not. I don't think there's a lot of it. The problem is there's just enough that it won't feed through. So I had spent 3 hours two days ago, a day ago, anyways, trying to probe through to break it, but I never could get it broke through. So kind of just gave up on it. I don't know. I was gonna try it this morning. I gotta go fix the sweeps. I was gonna try and see if it worked, just to see. We can see. Well, I was hoping a miracle happened and it just fell down on its own, but looks like it didn't. So, oh, that's something to look forward to, I guess. Well, let's go get these sweeps fixed and maybe come back and work on this, and then I don't know. They've thrown in some rain again, which is great because we need it. And I think today's the 15th. Today's the 15th. 16th, Tuesday the 17th, 18th. Talking decent chances of rain. How much? Maybe only a half inch, but that might take. I might just go ahead and finish farming so it's all ready. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. But here's what happened to the sweeps. These pieces broke right here to hold this to help it fold. They had broke earlier this year. I had to fix it out in the field, and my generator wasn't big enough for the welder. But you know, they were holding, so I didn't mess with it again. Well, they held till they didn't hold anymore. So thankfully this time they broke in the yard. It worked out this time. So we're gonna get that done, maybe mess with the grain bin, and go from there. See what we got to do. Alright, well, we're gaining. Before lunch, I came out here, started poking just a little bit. I got it a hole. So that's about how much. So it looks like a lot, but it's not. And now I've got a little bit more, and this is looking pretty decent wheat. Still smells a little bit, but I think it's just because it's down at the bottom going through it. So we're at least got a hole. The only problem is in order to get this much here, I have to shut it off and let it fill the hole up and then turn it on again. So I need to somehow keep breaking that hole open just a little bit bigger. Even if I could get it big enough that I could fill this auger halfway up, I would be okay with that. It would still be slow loading the truck, but at least we'd be loading it. It would be a whole lot better. Still, half of that auger would still be better than this auger. So I'm happy we're gaining. I'm still frustrated that it's that way, but thankfully it doesn't look like there's a huge amount of loss in there. So yeah, good. It's good. So we'll keep plugging away at it, keep working at it, and hopefully it'll just open up big. That's a decent flow. I can live with that as long as it stays. We got some good big chunks of wet out with it, so would tell me that top little bit, that's yummy. Yeah. That's coming out some pretty good clean wheat. There might be one or two little bad kernels, but nothing. That'll be fine. It'll plant fine. The majority, I would say at least 95% of it for sure is all good wheat. So, and that hole might open up more as time goes on, so I might have to keep an eye to make sure more bad wet stuff doesn't come out. Got a nice little gust of wind there. So, I'm excited about that. Makes me feel good. So clean this mess up, and I don't know, we might load up to go try to drill, or we'll just set the drill all up and go start farming then. Haven't decided, but we got good progress there. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then go from there. Oh, well, we're drilling wheat, finally. Looks like it was a really big chore this year to get to it, but everything's working. We had a little trouble, had a couple hoses plugged, and the big hydraulic hose return for some reason came out and filled up with pressure, so that was fun. I got covered in oil. A little bit, not bad, but anyways, just little things. I think we got her going. There's no moisture, so at this point in time I can sit and wait for rain. This is the 15th, so we still have time for drilling wheat, but you know, we got a couple rain chances here in a couple days. We kind of got throughout the whole week, but our big ones are next Saturday, and by the time that happens, that's going to be the 20th, and if we do get that rain, then we're going to be a couple days before we can get in the field, so, or maybe even a day or two. We're just going to be piling a lot of acres on to try to push, whereas I don't think this ground's going to crust. That if I was drilling into what I'd been working all summer, that super powdery stuff, yeah, I think that would crust. And when I say that, that means it would rain hard enough that then it would get hot again, and it would seal that up, and the wheat couldn't push out. That's what a crust is. And so I worked it only once this year, right here at the end. It's not super powdery, it's kind of cloddy. It's not really gonna just seal over as much. It could, I guess, but I don't think it's gonna be as likely. So I don't know. I'm only drilling. I'm just gonna put it right at an inch to inch and a half, because I can't chase the moisture. The moisture is a good 5-6 inches down. I can't put the wheat that deep anyways. And I don't think I would want to put the wheat that deep. So we're just gonna do it this way, and hope we get some rain and it just comes up. I don't know. We'll see on that as well. Alright, well, it's starting to get a little dark, so we're gonna shut down. Got about 50 acres done, so I guess. We drilled some wheat.